Sweet.
Drivers, to your
Can you
cars.
find D3 points?
Yeah.
Alright. Welcome.
Ball, and ball.
There.
Okay.
Welcome to the Mobile One Truck Series, the fourth to last race of the season. We have this race, Talladega, Chicagoland, then Charlotte to end the season. And the battle for the championship, kind of three, maybe four car or truck race at the end of the season. And I think it's really down to the top two in points more than anyone. But we will go through your qualifying order here at Gateway for, I would say, a crown jewel for this series.
Yeah, probably. I would say so.
And even the
lower
Dex Imaging
series.
cars. Yeah.
Yeah. This race, when it first came onto the schedule in the lower series, always produced great racing. So it's just kind of considered a crown jewel now.
Yep. Anyways, on the pole, we have Will, who's second in points, minus 39, the points leader, Levi Soto. Then we have Casey Hampton, who's been honestly pretty good the second half of the season. 8th in points right now. Dakota Kiger, who's 7th in points. Carl Hill, who's 4th in points. I would say he's kind of the last guy, last puzzle piece in that championship battle.
Yeah.
Minus 155. Long shot to do it, but within striking distance, I'd say.
Yeah.
Jackson Young, who is 14th in points. Denver Hurtado, who is 19th in points. Levi Soto, your points leader by 39 over Will. Starting a little bit deeper than she probably wants to, but just needs good point stays. Then we have Rich Fish. Reed Jacobson, 12th in points. Blake Newman, 3rd in points, minus 97. 3rd in points. So your main four for the championship, all inside the top 10, starting today. Then we have Juan Marino Jr., Damon Middleton, Justin Ross, Todd Petty, Kirk McDonald, Harry Larson, Carl Scott, Andy Mendez, who has had a very good season. 5th in points right now in the 60. Won that opening Daytona race, hasn't been to victory lane since, but has been very competitive. Dick Cummings, Byron Parker, Terrence Garza, Daryl Morris, Jamar McDowell, Owen Parsons, Noah Reed, Earl Bell, Eddie Goodwin, Ricky Rogers, Benny Rice, Edward Washington, and in last place, Alfredo Sanders. So 60 laps today in the Mobile One Truck Series. Dex, I believe, is 80 laps, and then the Cup Series is 120.
Yeah.
So all three series will be racing this weekend. I believe Fix may also do a race. And also, the round of 12, beginning for the Cup Series. I believe it's this race, and then I think Kansas maybe, and then Talladega.
Yeah.
I know the first and last races. Forgot which.
You were right about Kansas as
I'm
well.
so good. Yo, never doubt me. And someone's dying already. Oh, it's Terrence Garza. Nice. Doesn't even affect anything. Not even top 22 in points and has a cup point. Oh, wait, no, he's 6th in points. Never mind. GG's. Since when was he 6th in points? I have no idea. But 6th in points. Terrence Garza. Going potentially to the garage early. And with how tight those points are after the top 5, I mean, there's from 6th to 14th is within 100 points. So that's well less than a race. Coming to the green. Will Casey Hampton will take the green flag. trying to clear early. Will be able to. Hampton had a really wide arc. Kiger could get to second. Kiger will get to second for now. Now, it seems like that bottom can be very good, but the top side is very, very effective on newer tires, so. 22 kind of got up the track. 95. Now going to attack for the third position. Back here, battle for fifth. Levi Soto making big moves early. Trying to stop the points bleeding.
Yeah, she had a really big lead at one point, and then just a streak of bad races.
Yeah, and I know it's a bye week next week, but their next race being Talladega 3 wide. Not a track where you want to be forced to make up points. Such a mistake-prone racetrack that's going to have many issues. Ooh, Kiger way up the racetrack there. 3 wide here. Levi Soto shooting the gap. Could get up to 4th. From 6th. At the beginning of this lap. Gonna get up to 4th. Levi Soto is humming. And I think Will just missed turn 3. Slipped up, and Carl Hill probably closed the gap quite a lot there. Yeah, 5/10 gain, and I'm sure most of that was in 3 and 4. Carl Hill, quickest time by 0.2 of a second. That is 4th in points. He's trying to keep himself relevant for this championship battle. Gonna be difficult, but somewhat within reason. So 3 of the top 4 in points are inside the top 4. Blake Newman in 9th. Fighting for it on the inside of Juan Marino Jr. Marino Jr. 10th in points. Is that a relatively underrated season, I'd say? He only has 1 top 5, 4 top 10s. Started on the pole 1 race. I believe that was Canadian Tire.
Sure. Sorry, I'm doing the pointer now, so I'm not talking much.
Okay.
I'm just like trying to get it set up because I need to do the formula again. I'm trying to figure out how to make it work.
Oh, and Alfredo Sanders in pit road. And the 80 is out. So Garza will be credited with a 31st place finish while in 6th in points. So, gonna be devastating there. Suspension damage for him, and the 28 has a tire down. Going a couple laps down. Cummings driving up to the field best he can. Carl Scott has climbed up to the 11th position. Top 3 under blanket here, and Soda reeling them all in, I believe. Same for the equidistant, actually, but holy shit, what is this scheme, dude?
There you go. Okay. Sent you a picture of the round of 12 thing. It's set up.
Sick. Alfredo Sanders coming out of pit road. Here's the fight for second. Hampton back to the bottom. Gonna get that spot easily there. Hill overdrove the entry really bad. Big mistake out of the 95. Gonna lose that second position. Lucky enough to be able to hold on to third for now. And all 3 manufacturers, top 3. No one really has a teammate. There's 2 CMSR trucks inside the top 5. Jacobson, Jackson Young, side by side. Jackson Young still yet to lead a lap all season, currently running in the 6th position. He's one of 2 drivers inside the top 20 in points to not have led a lap this season. It's him and Alfredo Sanders, who will definitely not be leading a lap this week.
It's a lap. I might just be gay.
Huh?
Nothing.
Anyways. Here we go. Soto looking for the third spot. Hill goes really deep on entry. And it worked really well there. They can't do that too much. It really overheats these tires. When truck tires get really, really hot, especially at a track like this, it can get real bad. It gets so slidey. Kirk McDonald goes around the outside of Noah Reed. Reed wants that spot back. Gonna use the curbing a little bit to get some extra rotation. This fight for sixth is still going on. It's really just that top three as Hill climbs to second position on the outside of Casey Hampton. And now Hill to the bottom for the lead. Got a little bit tight.
Alright, I'm back. I had to talk to my dad last night.
Okay. Big fight for the race lead. 4 trucks under a blanket. Hill will finally clear to second. Be able to keep it potentially. Already nearly a second of fall off from some of these trucks. Tremendous fall off in this race. 22 with the quickest lap time. Now, no one has been able to pass Will. Top 4 positions have changed a lot. It's not the top spot. Blake Newman up to P8. He's been climbing past some trucks. He knows it's kind of do or die here. Now, he's contracted next year to that 3 truck. So, we'll have another go at it next year for sure. But, wants to get as many D3 championships as he can get. Having a championship on your resume, a huge thing. Especially in a series like this, where it's Winston Cup, full season format.
Yeah, it shows you can be consistent to teams.
And he has been. He's the only driver inside the top 5 in points without a win. He just hasn't made mistakes. And I feel like we've been talking about that a lot across these lower 2 series. Is for a lot of them, it's not about winning races. It's just about not making big mistakes. I know...
Costing your team money.
Yeah, I know Kevin Logs is well up there in points. He's made very few mistakes. He's just been hanging in and around that top 10 all season. I don't even know if he has a podium in his career, by the way. And I believe he's like top 5 in points. Maybe.
And honestly, it's just kind of close.
There goes Casey Hampton to the bottom.
And Will, he's looking to win, what is it? His third of the year. First since Irwindale.
And a pass from Casey Hampton too. And another thing, news from the Will camp. He will be racing D2 today, in the 04. Filling in for the injured Stevie Poe, for likely the rest of this season. And that would make it his 4th different team race for in a single season, which would easily break the MCS record.
Yeah.
Because most race for 1, maybe 2 in a season. Because
I think
sometimes...
3 might even just be the record already. It's just
Yeah, it might be.
extending.
But as this fight for third really pulled them back, this is good news for that top two. And when do we start getting pit stops? The 50 also had a fuel issue. So lots of mechanical problems early. Oh, wow. 68 way up the track. Had really good entry and middle speed, but the exit goes to Hampton. Hampton to the inside could take the race lead.
Hampton has been really good this like latter half of the season.
Yeah, I was briefly talking about that, and he will go to the race lead. First lead change of the race, lap number 19, and there's already lap traffic for him to deal with. Betting Rice wouldn't block him, would he?
No way.
It's pretty hard to block here. Gonna chase him down. Will get very defensive, but Hampton will get away and clear and potentially pull away. Uh-oh. I don't like this. Soto, big dive to the bottom. And Hill gonna clear all three of them. Great move. Now they're gonna be 3 wide down this back straightaway. You have to be careful coming into turn 3. Rice gonna give them some room. Will gonna defend the spot. So Will back to 3rd place. And look at this, Jamar McDowell about 4, if not more, tenths quicker than all the cars around him. So those newer tires after the fuel problem could potentially be a good thing? Question mark?
Hold up.
Hold up. I just hit the jackpot. Sorry.
All right.
McDonald working on Justin Ross. Feel like we've seen this one before. Earlier this race. Gonna get that spot. Justin Ross trying to get into the top 10 in points. Currently running 16th, I believe. 17th.
16, 17? You know what that rhymes with?
Yeah.
My bad.
And look at McDowell. Those newer tires just allows him to pass a top 5 truck with seems like relative ease, even on the non-preferred lane. So I think the strategy for a lot of these guys is to get to the halfway mark and make this a one-stop race. 2 stops will not work here. As Hill to the bottom, could get the lead. Ooh, got tight on the exit, had to go to the gas. So right as I thought there was going to be a pass for that race lead, just couldn't quite make it happen. Ooh, Hill way quicker on this late run. Almost just wrecked the 22. Levi Soto seems to have lost a ton of time. Oh no, gained time, but lost a ton of time to 68, which makes sense. 68 very quick. Edward Washington in the way. Could be another passing opportunity for the 95. And Hampton going to catch him at a very bad time. But will be able to be patient, turn the truck down, and just make that pass. I think a lot of this race is going to be that patience.
Yeah. On a track like this, you have to be just so patient.
I mean, we've seen that with Casey Hampton twice passing lap trucks. It's kind of had to wait and wait for the chance to pass, and then finally gets
And
it
if
done.
Casey Hampton wins here, that would be their CMSR's 5th win of the season.
Benny Rice coming in. Don't know if that's... Yeah, it's unscheduled. Tire down on 7. If you thought he couldn't get any slower, he just did.
I just hit the jab. My bad.
McDowell working on the 4th truck. Not 4th position. Keep in mind he's like 2 laps down, but kind of just showing what those tires really mean late in this run. Hampton finally gets a well-timed lap truck. Gonna be able to just pass him simply with a solid dive bomb, and Rogers throws a big block. Gonna cock block the 95. Caution! And I don't know for what, but caution flag waves for the first time today in the Mobile One Truck Series. Phantom? Nice, we got Phantom caution. Okay, so Phantom caution brings out the caution. Nice. And here we come to pit road. So, fuel window gonna get really tight here. The wave around will be the 19.
Wheel?
Yes.
Yeah. Jamar McDowell.
He's already at the back.
Speeding on entry. I'll do one. And Edwards, Washington.
Oh, and that's
Too fast.
Oh, wait, no. Come on. Ooh, and look at this. Dick Cummings made a strategy call. Gonna take the race lead. Off of pit road. Soto will be 3rd. Hill lost a couple of spots. Edward Washington will. Okay, so we're just doing the hokey pokey over here. So, we will get the restart at just around the halfway mark of this race. They
Just certainly going to kind of change some things.
Yeah, but this should bring us to the end. Now, did he only take 2? Oh, just fuel. Jesus. And what did the 60 do? Because he's up to like 5th.
Yeah, someone's definitely dying, bro, if you only took.
Yeah, a couple cars only took fuel, so we're gonna have some speed differential here. So I don't. cut line and cup. Please make the cut line thing like red on the whole thing. Anyways. So, coming to the green this time around, we will have 29 laps to go. Troy, who's your pick to win now? That we've seen the first runner too.
I'm still gonna go with Casey Hampton. He's looked really fast, and I don't think he's gonna lose off of his strategy. I don't think his teammate with no new tires is really gonna be able to fight much, but we'll see.
I got Carl Hill.
CMSR leads us to green.
Green flag. Cummings, as expected, spins the tires, will not go very well. 60 does the exact same. And the 22 is out of there. 68 and 95. Both gonna clear as well. 3 wide. Coming into turn 3. Yeah, the 60 really stacking things up, same with the 38. That was not the move. What sort of crew chiefs do we have, dog?
When do they ever make the right move?
Judging by the fact that like 28 cars made the right move, a little surprising that that's all that could make the right move. Oh God, Jesus Christ! I'm gonna fucking heart attack every turn. 3 wide. I mean, they keep going 3 wide, but they're actually handling it pretty well.
Yeah, these truck drivers are better than most people make them seem to be.
Yeah, I know. Look at this, Blake Newman up here.
They were actually the only series that didn't have a wreck for like
Until Talladega.
8 weeks or so.
Well, technically it was 10 weeks, but I don't know how many races they ran. I think it was most of them. I think it was like race 6 or 7. Hang me, but that's genuinely how long I think it was. You can check. What race was Talladega on their schedule? Go to the finishes thing and it should be on the top. Every race.
Finish. Race 7.
Yeah, see what I said. And Mendez and Cummings are in, so they just sacrificed all of their track position and laps. So, good strategy move from them. Love when Andy Mendez, someone fighting, not really for the championship, but for top 5 in points, is just pulling this shit. Like, straight Bradyac, bro. Anyways, the 22 slowly losing ground to the 68 and 95. I mean, it seems kind of close to the 2 behind them, but Will definitely quicker. Now, it seems like his car is probably the best the first 10-15 laps, and then he starts falling back. Now, I don't think he's too bad on a long run. I just don't think he's got the same pace as Carl Hill and whatnot. So what I'm trying to say is he has to get to the lead and get into the lead quick, and then go. So, oh my God, Casey. 25-0. Sorry, 35-0. My bad. So Hampton did pull away that last lap on everyone inside the top 5 besides Levi Soto, who is about a half a tenth quicker. Now losing a half a tenth to someone that's 3 seconds back, not really the end of the world. Big loss there from Will. And an even bigger loss for Carl Hill. And first, fourth, and fifth kind of same range in terms of lap times. Hill has fallen to Soto here. And that Casey Hampton pick looks better and better every single lap. 20 to go.
He's just flying.
He did lose a 10th that lap. But he has been consistently one of the quickest cars on the track. Now, Levi Soto flying. Levi Soto, I think, is the quickest car right now. So, see if she can turn that in from speed to results.
What is it? 4th race of the year for her if she wins?
4th of the year, yes. Hampton would get his 2nd of the season and career. Soto to the bottom. The fight for 3rd is on.
Soto trying to extend her points lead.
I mean, as of right now, she is currently losing points because Will's in 2nd and has led laps. Soto has not led laps and is running behind by 2 positions, so it is a minimal gain from Will, but if this stays how it currently is, I believe he'll make about 20 points. Maybe not quite 20, but like 15 or so. Which doesn't seem like a lot, but it is important. But next week is hell week. Or not next week, but next race is hell week for these truck drivers. 3rd to last race of the season goes to a super speedway, which we already saw earlier this season was a very unpredictable race. No one expected a wreck, and we got it. They were very, very aggressive all race long. And I would not be in the least bit surprised if we get more chaos. Oh, Soto way out of the gas. Like an instinctual checkup from the 95, cutting across her nose. Will does close back in just a little bit, but is at a net loss the past probably 10 laps. Sometimes gains and then just drops back for a few laps. So Hampton did a very good job at controlling this race.
This will be his 2nd win of the year, right?
Yeah.
1st in the new Ghost Energy car. And actually, off topic, but I don't know if we ever mentioned this, but the number font on the Ghost Energy trucks is going to be CMSR's official number font by at least the start of next year. They're starting with the Truck Series at least, converting all their cars to that font. So expect to see that on the Cup cars very soon.
One thing I will note is I keep seeing Soto get to the rear bumper of Carl Hill and then just have to get out of the gas. Now, I do think Levi Soto has slowed down a little bit. And I think being 4 and a bit seconds back is not an optimal way to be under 15 to go. especially at a track like Gateway where the gains are very marginal. Now, I do believe this 68 closed in a ton this lap. Look how much closer he looks. I think he might be within a second. Maybe? I don't know. Caution!
Oh,
And we will have a restart. Now, another Phantom? Oh, maybe not this time. Looks like Justin Ross coming in. Oh, yeah, there you go. Not a Phantom this time. Jackson Young. 14th in points. Running in the 11th position. Loses a motor. Yeah, engine damage, and then I think he hit, or the 6 hit something and cut a tire here. Because he has a problem right after, and that is a very reasonable caution. Oh my god! Had to shoot across the track. I think he realized he hit something pretty bad. And then obviously the 12 stopped on the racetrack. So, that will be our second caution of the race. Some trucks pitting, some staying out. Doesn't look like anyone too spectacular is pitting. Free pass will be the 38. Fortunate for the 60, just going to miss out on the free pass by 1 position. Yes, I know it says the 12 was the first car lap down, but that's because he went a lap down under caution. So we'll be having a restart under 10 to go in this race. How aggressive does it get, especially at the front here? And especially from a driver like Levi Soto or Will that are really in contention for that championship. I think Hampton's the best truck, but I don't know if he'll be able to hold on here. It's going to be very difficult. It's going to be starting on the inside, the less preferred lane at this racetrack in a very do-or-die situation for a driver like Will. I believe Juan Marino Jr., Harry Larson, and Ricky Rogers are the ones that pit. Harry Larson, 15th in points. Actually, Juan Marino Jr., top 10 in points. Ricky Rogers, very deep in points. I have no idea. Nor do I care to know. So a couple of 2 drivers, I'd say, that have a lot to gain from this race. Gonna make a risky pit stop move at the end. And I don't hate the move. I think being 5-6 tenths quicker than the field will be a very big advantage on a restart. But I think they want to see this go green now, so they can have as much time as possible past the trucks. Troy, you here? I don't know if Troy's here. He might just come back to a caution, to be honest. I don't...
my bad.
Hi. So, gonna be restart probably with 9 to go. So we're probably gonna get the 1 to green here, and then we'll go green. And then at the line there'll be 9 laps. So Hampton has been very good on the short run, and then he kind of falls off in that medium run, and then bursts out in that long run. So starting in the lead gonna be probably your favorite to win, but don't be fooled. The outside lane and Will both very strong. And look at this top 5. The top 4 in points are inside the top 5, followed by one of the best drivers in the second half of this season, Casey Hampton, who is 8th in points, and with a win would likely jump up to 6th, might get 5th. because Garza obviously going to finish very deep. And it is... Oh wait, no, Casey Hampton's way deeper than I thought. Oh wait, is he? I don't know. I'll be close. The 6 and 12 both out with their problems to bring out that last caution. Coming to the green. Hampton and Will. 9 options. Coming to the green. Green.
Go, coming to the green.
Not as good of a restart as Will was hoping, but that outside has been very strong. We'll see how well it fires off on this restart. Hampton clears.
Oh, Hampton clears.
And this is perfect because now they're side by side for second. Will get the exit.
Will.
Now Hill and Soto going to be side by side for third. And this could have major championship implications, not only for Carl Hill, trying to keep his chances alive, but Soto trying to keep that points lead as open as she can. Look at this, Noah Reed going into the top 5 for the first time, could have a top 5 finish in his career. And not what you want to see if you're Blake Newman, going to lose another spot in an already kind of dying situation. There's a big fight back in the pack. And I'm curious, I mean, this everyone is moving. And you can see how good those new tires are. Look at that. Looks like he's passing lap trucks right now. I mean, could you imagine he gets up inside the top 10, we get a restart, and maybe he has a shot to steal it. Keep in mind, there is overtime in the truck series, only one attempt, but if he can get to the right position, the caution comes out at the right time. Could have a very real shot at stealing this one. Will had a great lap there. Closed in a ton. Could be within 3/10 and getting to about a car length or truck length back through the turns. And Juan Marino made an aggressive pit call, and it looks like it may end up being the right one. Gonna just gain track position, it looks like, and gonna be likely a huge gain for him in points. Now Hampton was able to stretch that lead back out just a little bit.
Will right behind them. Any mistake Hampton makes, Will's gonna try and capitalize.
I mean, now I think kind of all bets are off. I think if something happens up here, Will take that chance. I don't think he's worried about maybe not wrecking Hampton, but not being nice to him. Now, Marino Jr. gonna give a shot. Gave Kiger a shot getting into turn 1. Kiger was kind of covering the bottom, done a block on a way quicker truck.
Marino Jr. is another driver who's kind of heated up late here in the season.
Yeah, gonna get up inside the top 10 to the 9th position.
I still love that truck.
I agree. For the lead, didn't even see this happening. Will got all the way to the bumper of Casey Hampton. Now nothing too foul yet, but Will
really good midway through the corner.
Gonna have to turn down on the exit, lost that exit speed. He was a bit better on the exit. Gonna make the dive bomb, I think.
Goes low, Hampton covers.
Oh, gets the gas early. Will, side by side, drag race 2 laps to go from Gateway.
The top 2 under a blanket.
And they can kind of fight this out. Will clears to the race lead. And that's huge. Levi Soto has gotten up to P3. This happened a while ago, but I'm only covering it now. No, Casey! Back to the bottom! White flag! Waving.
Side by side.
Hampton trails by a half a car length.
1 more lap around.
Hampton was very patient on the entry. Gets to the gas.
Aggressive through the corner.
Gonna come down to it. Final turn, final lap. Will with
And this
the
is
run.
Crown Jewel.
And this is big for Will's championship.
Will.
Center gonna clear. Will holds on and will win Gateway. Will 3rd win of the season. And it is a huge one. Unbelievable. Wow.
What a race. What a finish. What a win from that 68 team.
And first career top 5 finish for Noah Reed. Marino Jr. recovers to a 6th place finish. Blake Newman lost a couple of spots at the very end of that. Carl Scott got a good finish out of it. Mendez would have finished so well had he not been a lap down. Man, what a race. We will see you at Talladega next for the Truck Series. We will see you later today for at least the Dex Imaging Series and likely the Cup Series as well. So, we will see you there.